Coach Prime, you really didn't need to communicate your coaching philosophy. Cannot believe that you even stated that you look for quarterbacks with high GPAs who come from two-parent households, and ideally he'd be a coach's son, and said that a quarterback has to have issues that are really clear and have been taken care of and no issues off the field. You said, but however, the offensive lineman, you look for a player who has a single mom who's scrapping and on free lunch and trying to rescue his mama.
What?
Coach Sanders, absolutely there's a system, but you don't have to tell the story of the system. Maybe at some point we need to change the system, but there's some stories that we don't need to tell. Some stories we do need to tell, but then we need to live into it with a different story. And that's what we're getting ready to do a few hours from now, as we celebrate, once again, champions who really remind us that they don't just accept the story, but they give leadership to create a different story.
Wow.
Because no matter what our biases might be, there's still a story to be lived and told, because there's always more to the story.
My man.
Wow. I can't wait to hear the rest of this.
My man.
I'm ready.
In a couple
Y'all
hours,
ready?
too. Yeah, we gotta get ready.
My man. You know what? I appreciate you bringing that up about Coach Prime, because, a lot of people saying, well, everybody know it's true. But you know what? You summed it up perfectly. That don't mean you got to tell the story.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That don't mean you got to tell the story. Maybe we should work to try to overcome that as being a calling card, something we should look for. Maybe we should work on that instead of telling the story like it's a badge of honor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really why we are getting ready to highlight the leaders that we're giving to highlight, because each of them live in some difficult stories, but they're models of overcoming the story. So I'm just excited to be a part of Salute to the champions in a few hours.
We
Thank
can't
you
wait
so
to
much.
keep up. Brother White, appreciate it as always,
All right.
man. Take care. Wow. That's interesting.
Powerful.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that about Prime yet.
Yeah, it was. They were asking what does he look for, But we've all heard that before. But it's back to this combine thing.
Okay.
What are scouts looking for? What do you what does it take to make it, right? So the stories kind of all weave together, and they all kind of come from different circumstances, backgrounds, and mentalities, and the psychological analysis of that says people from certain types of backgrounds and situations are better suited to have certain types of roles, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We you do that in corporate America. You take you study these tests, but it's just, why do we only focus on the negative things that come out of that, right? Single parent households, or poor circumstances, or this or that. We never focus on the positive attributes that you should look for in these individuals that would make what makes up a good quarterback or a linebacker.
Yeah, but he said something about two-parent households
but we never focus on the positive things.
Right.
That's the only one positive out of all of it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I
I
mean?
definitely agree with you there.
So I'm just like, well, what does that mean? So can't be a good quarterback if you didn't have a two-parent household? Now, conventional wisdom says, and the numbers say.
Well, the data says that.
That's right. The numbers say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that seems to be the case. Seems to be more prevalent. But do the numbers say that because there's an unconscious bias to give those individuals a chance more than you would give others?
Right.
Probably so.
I'm gonna give you
If I
something.
can snap my fingers, that would be on that
Probably
one right
so.
there.
I'm gonna give you one that Coach Smith used to say, and I'm not sure it's true or not. He said most pigeon-toed athletes are better athletes than the ones that are not.
Okay. Pigeon-toed athletes.
That may be a lot of data that would dispel that one.
I don't know.
We'll have to
Because
look that one up.
I went back and I thought about some guys I played with that was they
They're
Pigeon-toed.
pretty good. Huh?
but pretty good. But they had hops. They was fast. They was very good athletes. I like.
Maybe there's some truth to
There's some
that.
truth to that. I know.
Pigeon-toed.
I know that's kind of on the sideline, but
Well, I mean,
you made me think about that when you said that.
Coach Saban said it once. What he looks for in some offensive linemen are wide hips.
Yeah.
And he gave them the reasoning for that and the way it worked. But,
Why you laughing, pal?
the physical. Like sure, that's really
hips.
what. Yeah, I swear to you, not that was. If you dig into this NFL Combine, right, and all of the little stuff that they look for, like we focus on the psychological test that they give and all that, but there's so many other things that they look for and things that they key on, and the analytics, I'm sure now are just really off the charts when it starts. When they come to how deep they can go in breaking some of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious. Well, what's the weirdest thing you heard regarding that? What coaches look for? Give us a call 919-890-6200. Huh?
Knock needed pitches.
What the hell did with your arm?
Yeah.
Now you lost me on that
You
one.
could do a curve.
Because
you know
your knees.
Yeah, because your knees go together.
So say again. So you got to. So if you're a pitcher, you need to be not needed.
This is softball. Not needed pitches have a curve.
Have naturally occurred. 919-890-6200. I would love to know. No, but seriously.
I'm just saying.
Coach Smith said that pigeon toe
Don't
guys.
explain why I can't pitch.
Apparently, I know that's definitely explaining why
That's how I have a curve.
I can't throw the ball.
You know, not needed when you.
No, but it's something to think about, though. When you
I
say
want to
that.
read up on this pigeon toe.
I need some analytics. Where's Dr. Stroman at?
Yeah, with
Dr.
that,
Stroman,
yeah,
we need some analytics.
she'll be
on
there
this.
today.
Yeah, we need.
She'll be
some-
there
She'll be there today.
I'm gonna ask her about.
But it may be some truth to all this. We just hadn't really had enough time to sit around to analyze it. But it may be some truth to it. The not needed pitcher, but natural
she
curve.
has a curveball. What y'all got?
I should have known. All roads lead to your success. I can tell you that right now. All roads will always lead to your success.
What y'all got?
I mean, this whole two-parent households and quarterbacks. And what was the other one he said about the single parent?
But he wants to protect and provide. They make better offensive linemen, stuff like that, because they had a protect and provide nature, things like that. Which
that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, so on the surface, yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, yeah,
on the surface.
Bryce Young, he had two parents at the house. Joe Burrow got two parents at the house.
Jalen
Hurts got two. What about Lamar Jackson? I don't hear about his mother. I'm not.
What about Patrick Mahomes?
I was gonna say, I think I seen. I don't know if they together though.
They bat together after Patrick Mahomes happened, but they I think he grew up with them because
that's true.
His dad was a baseball player.
Yeah, that's true.
What
about Aaron Rodgers?
Who
they
knows?
put him in the closet when he was little.
In the dark.
I mean, it's something to think about. I've never thought about it.
Dak Prescott?
Yeah, see, that's another thing. See, his mom passed early. Is his father still? Was his father?
I think it's passed.
See, I mean, it may vary, but maybe the lion's share of people may have it that way. But we don't know. I'm just going based on what Coach Prime said.
That's right.
What's weird though, it goes along with society too. So society says